Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. A spin, and now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Lynch. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now on comes the Bengal kicker, Jake Elliott, here on 4th down. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
Again, it's Crowell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here we go! What? Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw, Kaiser. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
And now a first down following that long gain. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go! What? 90!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go! What? 90!
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go!
On second down, here's Crowell. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Come on, let's go!
To throw is Kaiser. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Green 39, green 30 Leopard.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Set up a throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Ohio, flex round, let's go. Ohio, here we go.
Kaiser to throw it this time. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Let's go.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, Kaiser. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come on, let's go. What? None. Ohio. Ohio. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Ohio. Ohio. Sika.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down, Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Detroit! Set! Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot! All right, here we go. Detroit! Set!
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The penalty, Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Kaiser now on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 49. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Let's go! Spread 38! Spread 38! Hut!
A first down throw for Kaiser. Screen play, Johnson. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go! Spread 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! 38!
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. Wiggles free. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Second down following the run.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
On first and 10, Kaiser. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Kaiser. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Back to throw. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue, landed. Leopard.
Looking to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. It's a quarterback sneak. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was it. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll make it 13-7. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing! Take it back, take it back. Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now running right through it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. He's back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert in the final minute. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Let's go!
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bengals, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.